Why do you guys think the show has endured for as long as it has?
That's a brain question.
Right. Yeah, I could point to a chart if I could of various uh, statistics and whatever.
Nomenclature.
Actually, to tell you the truth, I'm not a genius. I just play one on TV. But as an actor, I can say that I think the enduring factor of at least Pinky and the Brain is that the relationship between these two characters. It's so much fun, and audiences get very emotionally invested in how much these two really take care of each other in their own way. At the center of this very antagonistic, irritated relationship is love. And I think people will always tune in to see two characters who truly love each other, played by two actors who truly love each other. By
That's
the
the
way,
truth. And honestly, Michael, what's already happened when Maurice started riffing a little bit as the Brain, you immediately started to smile immediately, and it's really pretty much something that you can't help, which
because you have
suggests
a condition. No, I'm
that's
kidding.
right. That's right. You can't help yourself,
Yes,
which
always,
is
my friend.
when it's done at this level with Mr. Spielberg, and Tom Ruger got it right 25 years ago, and the
And
formula
Wellesley
seems
Wild
to be working.
continues the tradition and is
Yeah.
getting it right again.
So
And Gabe
I think
Swar.
that when it's done right at this level, it is pretty much timeless. So I think that we got it right.
Do you guys find yourselves slipping into character voices in out in the world, like in your lives? Is your
Always.
family sick of hearing you break into Pinky and the Brain? Or yeah,
Absolutely. We
Yes.
do that, and yet we also slip into other voices that are only for us. We're big Monty Python fans and big fans of Derek and Clive, Peter Cook and Dudley Moore as their characters, Derek and Clive, which were their underground tapes in the 1970s,
Yeah.
where they just were completely filthy. And when I discovered he actually knew what those were, I was like, "Oh, this is my guy."
Yeah. This
Yeah,
is my spirit
yeah.
animal. No, I Peter Sellers is my sort of voice actor, well, my character actor hero, and Maurice is Maurice is second only to Peter Sellers in terms of my voice characterization hero.
Give him $100. He came in second.
There you go. We slide into it all the time, and I think that our respective spouses and people who love or purport to love us
Who
tolerate
endure us. Let's put it that way. The people who endure us.
they tolerate us, but like I said, as soon as I start doing this, look at your face. It's just the greatest thing in the world. You can't stop,
yeah,
you can't stop smiling. So I think most people get a kick out of it.
yeah. Certainly, yeah. My generation who grew up on the original series, it's a
Yeah.
thrill. Yeah. So, was there anything that you guys ever tried to push the writers to put in the show that never quite made it in?
You kind of mentioned something like that, Mode.
Well, but it made it in. I remember on the OG show that I said, Brain should join a 12-step program.
Oh yes.
And next thing I knew, about 2 months later, Peter Hastings said, took your suggestion, and so we had the episode Megalomaniacs Anonymous.
That's right.
So I'm trying to think, what have we had suggestions of?
With this new batch, it's been more of suggestions, not so much suggestions as questions, at least from me, which is, what does this mean? And because there will be a meme or some suggestion that is definitely funny and was included in the script. And when Maurice and I riff on a line in the new version, or new iteration rather, we get a laugh, but I often don't know what it is that's funny, because there are things that have come up since this show was created that are funny to the sort of 25 to 40-year-olds.
Yeah.
And so that's something, and more questions about going, what is that? Why does screaming Leroy Jenkins make everybody laugh out loud? I didn't know who Leroy was. I thought maybe he was just a nice guy who ran a deli in Woodland Hills, but he's a major player in a video game, and it made everybody laugh. So
Yeah.
I'm very keen to
Some
learn.
of those references are lost on me too.
Yeah.
I'll just say this though, in terms of suggesting things to the writers, I really trust
Mhm.
these writers and the original series writers. I've never had. I've been a guy who, leaves it in the writer's hands. I'm an actor. I'm an interpreter. It's like Frank Sinatra couldn't write a tune, out of his way out of a wet paper bag in terms of
Right.
songwriting. But boy, did he interpret them well. And I'm not saying I'm the Frank Sinatra,
No, I know
but
what you
I'm at
mean.
least the Vic Damone of cartoon voice actors.
But I'm sorry, we say that all the time, Mike. We don't draw them, we don't write them. We're really good at our job, and it's not hyperbole to suggest that we've created the souls of these characters. But when you have the skill of Wellesley Wild and his crew, and Gabe Swar, they're just,
We've created the souls; they've created the instep on up,
yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
the way we see it.
You guys have a joke or a bit in the show that you're most proud of over either the original show or the new series?
I think that I'm a big fan, and Maurice has pointed out that there are places online where you can go and read all of the responses to Pinky, Are You Pondering What I'm Pondering?
Yeah.
There
Or
are
ape whips, as we like to call them.
ape whips, yeah.
Into that. Not that we're into that sort of thing, but
Yeah.
the ponderings. Rob has riffed a couple of them that are really, really quite
There are
clever.
just so many of them, and those have always been, and they're real crowd pleasers. When we get a chance to be live in front of people, folks love to. They contribute their own responses, their non sequitur responses, and that's become quite a little, quite a big enjoyable part of the whole experience.
I love any episode where Pinky can't get Brain's fictional name that he's made up for the plot to take over the world right.
Baba
Baba Boba Brain, all the ways he gets that wrong. There's an episode where I think it's called A Legendary Tale, where Brain makes up a mythical character called Johnny Brain Peach Pit Bill Boone Crockett. You little Johnny Brain Peach Pit Bill Boone Crockett. And the way that Rob throws off the names he's getting wrong with such confidence and aplomb. Always that tickles me. That's the stuff I like.
Hey, God, Baba Baba Lula.
Stop saying that, Pinky, or I shall have to hurt you.
Okay, is there anything you love most about the new season that you want to spoil or
No.
tease for the audience?
No, we have to forfeit our entire salaries if we spoil anything.
That's right. But I
our
can tell you
contracts.
this: there are the music is still a big part. Music, Animaniacs has ostensibly been the musical part, but there are a couple of really lovely musical pieces coming up for Pinky and the Brain as well.
Love talking to you guys.
Thank you,
so
Mike.
much.